Eychimo's Adventures is now live. Multi-streaming with
Alright.
Hi.
How we doing? Huh. Gamepad's acting funny here. Alright.
Smooth today.
Yeah, don't look too bad yet. Frame rates are definitely a little better than they have been. Okay. Appears everything's working. We're just going to do something simple here to begin with. Let's see what we can do. Mobile glass. Okay.
Can you press Alt plus F for frame rate?
Yes. Well, it's not spectacular. Looks like 30. Headset's 82, but the game itself's not running all that great.
Alt plus F frame rate.
Yeah, it's Alt plus F, yes. But it won't show up on your screen because I'm not running.
How are you seeing your YouTube text?
I run Restream chat, and I don't actually see the YouTube chat, but I can hear it. I have it set on text to speech, so when somebody types in chat, Restream makes it audible to me so I can hear it. I can't actually see it because there's no program that will actually put it in my HMD, unfortunately. So I have come up with a way to do it by using Restream, and when somebody types in chat in YouTube or Twitch, it audibly tells me by text to speech. Alright, R-Corp Mining Area 141. We'll take this one. We'll see if we can actually complete it, or if the gonna drop through my ship. Like I say, they claim it still will. I don't know. So because we're just going to do a simple delivery here, we'll take the courier.
Are you using geometry mode and full VR mode?
I am using right now. I have it because of 3.8. They've changed some things, and it made it impossible for me to read chat, the in-game chat. So I am actually using immersive mode, but I have the focal distance moved out. So now when I turn my head, I'm still head tracking, but I still get a little movement on my screen, so I can look to the edge of the screen and read the chat messages. Now when I use full VR mode, I no longer do that. I can't read the end of my screen because they chopped down the field of view again. Used to be at this resolution I could run a field of view of 110, and that allowed me to see the edges of the screen. They backed it off to 100 for whatever reason, and now I can't see the edge of the screen, so in-game chat and some things on the mobile glass and stuff I can no longer read. So I had to go to full immersive mode, so when I turn my head, not only did I head track, I pick up the edges of my screen without using edge peak. I forgot where the ship was. Pad 2. And the head tracking, although it works just fine, I don't quite like it as well because I've noticed that
Patch 3.9 has been gutted.
Yeah, they always get them. Every patch never gets what they claim it's going to get. I mean, that's just basic That's just basic SIG. I mean, I figure we're lucky no matter what we
Do
get
your
into
eyes
it.
get tired?
No. Uh, Now, I will say one thing. The longer I play, and that's just in VR, this headset, this Rift S, I do not think is as comfortable as the regular Rift headset, the head strap. So if I'm on for an hour or so, I will start getting a headache. But it's not from the actual uh, what I see. It's because the headset gets uncomfortable. As I say, I think the head feature, how it sets on your head, I think the Rift is much more comfortable than the Rift S for length for if you're playing for any length of time. Of course, that's just my preference. I have both. Uh, there are pluses and there are minuses to having the Rift S over the Rift. What I consider pluses and minuses. A little bit better optics, has less screen door effect.
Looks fairly light.
Yeah, that may be me. I might have it set up a little high. Uh, no, it's not. It's not as comfortable. It's not heavy. Don't get me wrong. It's not like it weighs a ton. It's just the way it straps your head. There's more tension around your head this way than the regular Rift has, because this is all solid now. It used to not be solid. So it's just over a period of time, it feels like maybe it gets heavy, but it's not heavy. I think it actually weighs less. It's just the way. It's just the head. It's just the way it straps to your head. I think the Rift situation. I think the way they did the Rift, or even I think the Oculus Quest still uses the old Rift attachment. I think it's more comfortable. Over, the longer you play, the more comfortable it doesn't ever interfere, I think. And this one actually gets to the point it starts bothering me after a long play period. No matter what game I'm playing, it's not Star Citizen. It's just that I just don't think it's as comfortable long term as the original. But that's just personal preference. Somebody else playing may not even notice that. Startup.
Acknowledged.
Aegis combat assist activated.
I should have over there. Takeoff.
Shields recharging. Shields up.
Look like we got a takeoff here.
What
Takeoff.
resolution are you using? Do you change the resolution for different headsets?
No, I actually, if it's a native VR, I just leave it alone. In most games, I'll set it at 1440p. This game, I set it at 2160 by 1200. It seems to work best. It really worked really good when I set it at
Launch complete.
before they changed the field of view. As I said, used to be you could crank the field of view up to 110, which is what the Rift actually uses, or most HMDs use. Now, for whatever reason, in 3.8, it is now 100 like all the other resolutions, unless you go to multiple monitors. It's a long way around. Range. What is wrong? There it goes. I was going to say, what is wrong with my voice attack here? Jump.
Quantum transfer
Jumping.
initiated.
Ralph said something about 2560x1440 on forums. Maybe that's a bit high.
I can't tell the difference. You can run it at 1440p. There's no problem doing that. I don't see the difference. I don't see the difference in my headset. Maybe my eyeballs aren't good enough, but I can't tell the difference between 1440p and 1200. Now you will notice a frame rate difference. If you run it at 1200, you'll get a few more frame rates. It'll get 4 or 5 more FPS than you will at 1440p. I started running this resolution simply for the field of view that it used to give me. And like I say, it doesn't work anymore. So it really doesn't matter if you run it at 1440p or 1200. I just find that 1200 seems to run a little smoother. Frame rates are 4 or 5 FPS faster. And I can't tell the difference. I can switch it back and forth, and to me, it just doesn't, I can't tell the difference. Everything's just as crystal clear at 1200 as it is at 1440p. And let's be realistic. We're talking at 240 pixels. I mean, maybe your eyeballs can pick up 240 pixels. Mine can't. I mean, I can't tell the difference.
I see.
You know, and there may actually be a difference, and I'm sure there is. I just can't tell it. Now, I can tell the difference between 1080 and 1440p. You know, to me, that's an obvious difference. But from 1200 to 1440, I just can't tell. Range.
Collecting data.
My vision is bad.
Yeah, like I say, try it at 2160 by 1200 and see if you can tell it. Even with I wear glasses, my vision's not great, and I just cannot tell the difference. Jump.
Jumping.
And any time you can squeeze a few more frame rates out of your game and not notice any degradation in your visual quality, to me it's worth squeezing the pixels. But I would just just try it.
To get the frame rate up, yes.
Yeah, like I say, so try 2160 by 1200. You'll have to probably make a custom resolution perhaps. But I find it works great in Star Citizen. Now, I don't bother in other games. I run it at 1440p exclusively. But I found in Star Citizen, I can't tell the difference. But see, in Star Citizen, it's not like a lot of games that were made for VR. Well, I take that back. Even
Should
in
Star Citizen have graphics on low settings too?
I have it
In
on
addition
max.
to turning off motion blur?
I have motion blur off. I find that the setting panels, here, let me bring them up here. Options. Mouse over here. And I find that this is actually what I run it. I run the quality in this game, whether I set it at very high or even low. We'll set it for low here. I can't tell the difference. There's just not a difference. One thing about SIG, I don't know. I can't tell the difference. Now, was it actually being set? But now I'll go back in the screen, and you tell me you can tell the difference between very high and very low. Do you see any difference? Because I sure don't. Looking down on the ground, looking around the ship. Now, you tell me the difference between low and high. I can't see it. I don't think it works. I mean, they claim it does, but I don't know. Like I say. And it has done nothing to the frame rate by turning it down. My frame rate has not gone up by turning it all the way down. So maybe so many things in this game CIG claims they have, but I really just think it's bullshit. Because any other game I play, when I go from very high to low, I can tell a great difference between it.
I don't see difference here.
No, and I can't tell difference here. I don't think there is any difference. I don't think it actually works. I think it's just a bunch of bullshit. Now, they claim it works, but there's no difference to me in visual quality between low and very high. Every other game I play, when I switch those settings, it makes a big difference. You know, but it does not in Star Citizen. So my guess is it just doesn't work and it just doesn't matter. Now, maybe sometime in the future it will. Who knows? But right now, it doesn't. I don't think it works. And I do turn motion blur off. I have film grain off.
Is there such a thing as a game playing on the headset's native resolution?
Well, that is it. Well, the original Rift is 2160 by 1200. This particular headset is 1440p. Some of them are 1600 or even higher. So yeah, you can play them on their headset. But find that, you know what, once it gets so good, it doesn't make any difference. Like I say, for me, the quality, and I can switch this over to full 1440p right now and see what we're looking at here. Let's see if I can get a stop so we don't crash into the ground. Get the nose up a little bit here. Now we'll go in here, the options, and I'll show you. Now you see what we're looking at now. And we'll go into graphics and we'll actually crank it up to 1440p. And I don't think you'll see any difference. Okay, we are now running at 1440p resolution. It's max for this headset. We're back in the game and I just can't see the difference. I'm looking all the way around. And I just don't see the difference in the resolution. So, but I am running about 4 or 5 frames per second slower. And there may actually be a difference. Don't get me wrong. I just can't see the difference. My eyes are not good enough, maybe. Couple. Landing mode.
The landing gear is down. And locked.
So it's not like there probably isn't a difference. My eyes aren't good enough to see it. And I do wear glasses. I have glasses on. We're just going to land on the ground over here. Frame rates are definitely not as good since they did the latest patch. Nowhere near as well as they were. They supposedly put OCS in and all that stuff. Well, I don't think it, yeah. I think they went backwards.
Weapon systems offline.
Because frame rates are definitely not as good as they were before. Exit seat.
Affirmative.
Yeah, frame rates are definitely down. Now I could have just got out the canopy, but I got to open this anyway because you have to do that to put a package in. But see now the 1440p instead of the 1200, I just can't see the difference. And there may actually be. And now we have quality on low, and you see that I can't tell the difference in the settings change. And we'll set them back here, taking the same picture. Turn the settings back up on quality, back on high. Things take longer to adjust now, it seems. Like I say, I'm not real impressed with the 3.81 patch. I don't think they've made any improvements. Okay, now we're back at 2160 by 1200, very high. And I can see no difference in the game. To me, it just looks exactly the same as it did before I turned everything up or down. Quality, picture quality is the same. I can say, I don't think any, like I say, the resolution is so close that it really doesn't make any difference, but you do notice a frame rate drop or increase from 1440. But as far as visual quality, it just looks the same to me regardless. I don't think those features work. They may claim they do, and it may turn off something, I don't know, but it doesn't turn off fog. Most games you turn fog off and stuff. You can't do that here. Whoops. Like I say, I don't know. Okay, be a delivery box here. Which one's pickup? Yeah, I'm not so sure any of that kind of stuff is even turned on. They claim it is, but they claim they have moons have orbits too, but they don't. Well, they used to, but they're turned off too now. So I mean, I have no complaints with the visual quality, but I think if you're going to have the settings, they ought to actually work. I should have the option to turn all that crap off and if I turn it off, it should be off. It doesn't appear any of those options do anything. Um, I don't know. Maybe they do, but if they do anything, it's such a light that it really doesn't make any difference. But believe me, I have played around, tweaking things, and many things I just don't think work. I've looked them up, and they claim they work, but they don't, as far as I can see. Okay, whoops, it did not place, did it? Dun dun dun. Hey, didn't go through the bottom of the ship. All right. Means we can actually complete this. A lot of times it'll just fall through your ship. I mean, it seems to be how good a shape the servers are in. Servers still get pretty shitty at times. How crowded they are. I did leave it running, so we should.
What do you think is the future of this game?
I think if they can stick around for 5-6 years, they may actually get a game. That's what I think. This game is a long way out to being anything that's finished. I know they claim they're going to do by going their track record of how long it's taken even to get to this very basic stage, they've got at least 5 more years of work. And if they can stick around for another 5 years, it'll eventually become a game for everybody. Startup.
Acknowledged.
People are going to get tired of paying money for a game that never gives them anything to play. I myself, I enjoy coming in and messing around once in a while, but I get bored being forced to do things with everything being broken all the time. Just like missiles are always broken. They're broken again. I can't even get them to lock, much less fire. Things you happen and your ship gets destroyed for no reason. It takes the fun out of it to me. If they would just get most of the bugs fixed, I think they'd actually have something that people would find fun to play. But they never fix anything that's broke. They just keep breaking more things. So yeah, I mean, if they can stick around for another 5-6 years, yeah, we'll probably get a game out of this. Squadron 42 doesn't interest me. I don't like to play movies. Squadron 42 is going to be a movie. That's what Chris Roberts has always made it out to be. He's hired all these actors, done all this voice act. You know what? It's like the old Wing Commander. I grew bored with that in a hurry.
How far back do you go in gaming?
How far back do I go? Oh, Jesus, 386 machines. Long way. And like I say, this game, there's a lot of fun to be had if things worked all the time. Range.
Collecting data.
I mean, I do kind of like to get out of my ship, being able to walk around, and like a lot of games where, if you're a pilot, it's just about being a pilot. You are your ship pretty much, or your airplane, or whatever it is.
Do you remember Kesumi Air Warrior?
Yes, I do. Jump.
Jumping.
No, you're not. Why are you not jumping? Jump.
Jumping.
I can tell you it's not even spooled properly, so range. See, there's a little bug there for whatever reason. It's saying it's spooled up, but it's not. Range. There it goes. Maybe it'll work now.
That was a first online sim.
Wow. Yes. Now, why are we not spooling? We actually do not have. I might still be in the atmosphere, I guess. Let's get some. It's possible I'm still in the atmosphere. Yeah, see,
Is the headset comfortable for long-term use?
I don't.
That's amazing you Joe it.
Uh, like I say, I think the Rift is more comfortable than the Rift S. This might be too far away from me to star map, cruise control.
Activating now.
This might just be too far away.
Affirmative.
Okay, we are on Daymar. Where did that supposed to have to go? Ah, here we go. That's what its problem was. We're at Arch and RL5. It's route.
How about World War II Online? Did you play that too in 2000?
Yes. Close star map.
Affirmative.
Just flat too far away.
Sounds like we grew old together playing games.
Change view. Yes, I mean, I've been playing for a long time. Change view.
Roger that.
Raise landing gear.
LOL.
Raise.
Landing gear retracted.
Jump.
Jumping.
And I'm somebody, I enjoy playing all types of games. I'm not, some people just want to play space games.
EverQuest?
Yes, I played EverQuest back in the day. And you can still play it. I just don't. Lord of the Rings, World of Warcraft, of course. Everybody's played
Are
it.
gimbals hooked up to VR?
Yes. Change view. You actually have 3 gimbal settings if you have actual gimbals on your plane. When we get out of, I'll show you the different settings on this ship. Once we get out of quantum travel, they're useless in quantum. But depending if your ship has gimbals or not, yes, they are. I can head track gimbals. I can auto track. I can head track gimbals, and I can fix weapons. So I actually have 3 modes.
Would be interesting to see EverQuest in VR.
That would be interesting. I've actually can set up World of Warcraft in VR, and it's interesting. It changes a lot of different things. Yes, I can actually do World of Warcraft.
As
So
you wish.
yes, MMOs in VR are a different experience. It's like playing a completely new game. But some people claim VR is not going to be around. Yes, it is. I'm sorry, it really is the future of gaming. And the headsets are just getting better and better. I mean, I don't know
I
if
bet.
you
Also interest in control setup as Rest asked about.
Yes, I don't know if you know about Tinker Pilot, where you're actually going to be able to see your joysticks in game. Not just your touch controllers or your knuckles or whatever. You're actually going to be able to see all your joysticks just by looking at them in game. They're going to be exactly where they're supposed to be. I mean, there are so many games out here that people are doing that I consider next gen. That Star Citizen says it is, but I got news for them. Compared to what some of these people are doing, Star Citizens is a 20-year-old game. It's just, to me, it's amazing. Yeah, if you have a chance and you're interested, look up Tinker Pilot. Google Tinker Pilot, Tinker Pilot. Google it, and it'll come up, their website or whatever it is, and you'll be able to research it or look at it. And to me, it's just amazing. Just looks like a lot of fun. And they're in development. I mean, it's not going to be done overnight, but they've been working on it now for, I don't know, a year. But what they are doing in VR is just amazing. I mean, it's nice even in a full VR game to be able to see your hands and stuff.
I think most of all I'm interested in how you mix FPS controls with VR. I feel like I'd be fighting with the mouse.
Complying.
No,
Or getting
see,
very dizzy, haha.
okay, what I
I agree
do,
about VR.
what I
some
do,
arcade games of the 80s they said too many buttons.
yeah, no,
People
see,
learned how to use them.
yes, well, that's one reason I use voice attack. I don't have to worry about all the damn buttons. Any keyboard command I can make a voice attack command for. So I use speech instead of using keyboard commands. Okay, that eliminates a lot of it. When I am FPS, I actually use an Xbox One controller. See that? I can set it up that anything you can do off your keyboard when you're on the ground on your flat screen, I can do this with controller and voice attack. I have full control. So playing FPS games with a Xbox One controller, or whatever you want to call it, is simple. A gamepad is just simple. I never have to look at my keyboard. I don't have to look under my headset and look at my keyboard. I never use it.
Do you feel at a disadvantage in FPS?
No, because
Controller
it's
versus mouse.
well. The thing about it is, I'm not a professional. I'm not esports. You know what I mean? And yes, if you want to get technical, yes, you have better control with a mouse keyboard. Well, you know what? I don't play games professionally. So it's what I have fun with, and I can be just as hard to hit with my gamepad as somebody who's playing mouse and keyboard. Now maybe can they
Less
fire?
accurate for sure.
Yeah, I'm maybe less accurate, but I'm playing to have fun. I'm not playing to be a god. You see what I'm saying? So I understand people's argument. Well, if you're gonna, you're never. Let's be realistic. They claim, well, doing things are cheating. Well, don't you think using pinpoint accuracy mouse is cheating? If you want to get right down to it, you know what I mean? Come on.
I still get owned by the AI in FPS on this game. Even with a mouse. Sad face.
Well, okay, now that we're here, let's get a range. Let's turn this off here. Okay. Right now, we'll get this field of view out of the way. Now we're going to switch. Right now, we are in fixed weapon mode. All right? We're just shooting straight out in front of us. Gimbals. Okay, now we are, see this? We are now head tracking in gimbals. See the difference? I am now using my gimbals the way science made them to work. I look, I can shoot up to the range of my gimbals. Now I can't shoot all the way to the left because my gimbals don't slide that far.
You're right, using a mouse is not authentic.
No.
Call me old school.
But it's not, so I don't even worry about that. So now we have head tracking with our gimbals. As you can see, I can shoot within the range of my gimbals just by using my head tracking. Gimbals.
Action.
And now I don't have a target, but now I'm just in auto mode where I'm actually using their supposed aim assist or whatever. So yeah, if I have gimbals on the ship, I can switch all three different modes. And it's really deadly if you practice with gimbals using head tracking to shoot targets, but let's be realistic. Anytime you can shoot your target when he's over there versus right in front of you is an advantage. You're not limited to the nose of your ship. However, it takes practice to get good at it, like everything else. But yeah, gimbals work very well in this game if you have the head tracking to support them. Now, I don't think the head tracking built into this game, their facial recognition stuff, I think it sucks. I think it's awful. I think it's better than nothing, but it's not very good.
I was kind of hoping VR would give an advantage at some point, being you're in the game.
Yes, like I say, as far as if you're in a dogfights and you want to practice your head tracking with gimbals, you are deadly. It works very well. You are a big advantage. It's like if it's better than using track IR as far as I'm concerned. I can use both, but head tracking is much more accurate than even head tracking track IR. And as I say, the built-in in the game, I think, is just, yeah, it's better than nothing, but it's not very good. And it's not gonna be. You're using a third-party software trying to make it do something that, you know what, Tobii eye tracking.
It doesn't seem like you have a much wider range of view though.
Yes,
Unless
I have
it's just the broadcast.
My field of view is not going to change. I have my head tracking turned down so I don't have too much. I can actually turn it down where there's none. And the reason that is because it will start responding too fast. So I try to find a soft spot where when I turn my head, it's more realistic to what you know what I mean? What I would see when I'm looking out. I can turn it out to where I can just move it a little, that I can turn all the way to the right. Also, in your cockpit, like I'm sitting here, I can only turn my head 180 degrees. I can't look behind me. That's not the head tracking, that's Star Citizen, that's the game. While I'm on the ground, I can actually look behind me. So
are you mixing the built-in head tracking with VR?
No, I am just using the head tracking from my headset. I am not using the built-in. I have everything turned off. Everything in the game is turned off as far as their head tracking, because I think it's terrible. And my camera is not going to head track me when I'm using an HMD. It can't see your eyes. It's not going to work. It can't see most of your face. It's just not going to work very well.
Yet I tried the built-in head tracking and it kept disconnecting.
Yeah, I think it's a waste. I think it was a waste of their time and effort, you know. I think they'd been better off to incorporate Tobii eye tracking into the game itself, so if you had a Tobii eye tracker, it would work. But you know how Chris Roberts is. And just like I have yet to get their VoIP working properly. I mean, they've had it now for over a year, and
a waste of time and money.
Yes, that's exactly.
Like that Mad Catz deal that went nowhere.
Yes, that's exactly what I think all that stuff is. Just was a waste of time and money.
Too bad they won't work on VR.
Well, the trouble with that is they should have never stopped working on it. They originally were going to make it VR, and then they said, you know what, I just don't think they're very good at what they do. I mean, people are going to slam me for saying that, but I just don't feel they're very impressive with what they accomplish, and I just don't think, I don't know. You look at Elite Dangerous, and the game, I will grant you, the game is basically much simpler than Star Citizen is, but it is absolutely gorgeous.
It is what it is.
Yeah, you know.
They need to hire companies that already have solutions for this stuff.
Yes.
Just pay for it.
Yes. But
stop spending dev time reinventing the wheel.
That's exactly what they do. I agree. That's exactly what they do. Contacts. I don't think it's necessary.
You know, the day I tried for a couple hours to have the kiosk give me my ship.
Yes. And that's normal. I mean, there's sometimes, if you can't get, you know, they say go to a different server. Sometimes you can't get on a different server. Close mobile glass.
Closing mobile glass.
There are so many things that are just, I don't see the icon here. Maybe make me go back out here on the wing. There it is. Way over there. See, now I'm supposed to pick it up out here, but I got to go way over here. They just like you to walk around here. But yeah, they keep trying to make things that's, you know, because they want to claim that they did it different. Well, different is not always better. Landing mode.
Landing gear is down. And
I I don't mind dealing with bugs during alpha,
No.
but they push back features that we should have had years ago.
Well,
Even games of the 90s worked better. Nothing here is sophisticated other than the procedural stuff.
and it's not even impressive as far as I'm concerned. Procedural to me is,
Remember Swing vs TIE Fighter, same missions.
yes. See, procedural in Star Citizen doesn't even impress me. Because let's be real, to me, procedural is when I go somewhere, it generates the world that I'm going to. Now, none of these places are generated while I'm in the game. They're already there. I don't care how they create it in the studio. The game itself is not procedural. I think that's a lie. Because these planets are all in the code. So how are they procedural? I don't understand. I don't even understand how they're using the definition. Like I say, to me, procedurally generated means that when I'm flying around, things are created while I'm flying. If I'm going out here to some place to land, that place is new to me.
And how many times will you sit and marvel at the procedural tech?
Yeah,
What? More focus should be on the actual gameplay
Weapon
loop.
systems offline.
I agree. Like I say, I just, all right. Exit seat.
Affirmative.
Like I say, I just, like I say, at least 5 years before we can get a game out of this because they just won't finish anything. I mean, they spent what? Years and years on hover mode. It took them what? 30 days to take it back out of the game after they bragged about it? No longer any hover mode.
I feel like we are in a low of gaming. Even with so many games.
Well, we are because things are, I don't know if there's a law. It depends on, I guess it depends on what you like to play. There are games that are, there are a lot of games coming out that I have no interest in. But it's
Hover
not that
mode
they're
wasn't the worst.
Yeah,
it
this,
just needed work.
yeah, it's probably not that they're not going to be good games. It's just not the type of games I like. I think we have too many FPS games. I think they've been building FPS games for so long now, I'm tired of them. And they're all basically the same. Pick up a gun, shoot somebody. I mean, how many times can you do it?
I tried Red Dead, pretty boring imho.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So I think that's the case. It's just not that there's a lack of games. Everybody tries to jump on the same bandwagon. Did that call the elevator? See, they surely should have indicators on these so you know.
At Terrablader agreed. I used to be into a single game for a few years.
Yeah.
Now they don't hold my attention for more than a month.
No, because
Yes.
basically they're not made to be epic adventures. Does that make sense? They don't take the time to put the storylines in to make them an epic adventure. You don't really feel... They either make you want to hurry and rush through them, or they're just not good enough to hold your attention. And some people hate some games that I absolutely love. I mean,
Can't wait for this game to come out so I can pre-order Star Citizen 2. Tongue sticking out. I can't even explain EverQuest to newer gamers.
no, and you're not going to be able to. Never going to be able to. All right. Oh, headband's right here. How about that? Yeah, frame rates are, you know, like I say, they
Or
talked
like Anarchy Online.
Yes.
Man, I thought that was the direction games would go. We
Well-
used to camp for something for weeks.
Well, the thing about it is I'll tell you when things started really
Me
getting
too.
bad is when they started, it's all this buy stuff. Every game made today is damn near pay to win. They claim it's not. Just like Star Citizen, people will argue with you it's not pay to win.
I thought was nowhere but up.
Yes, and loot boxes, all that shit, they all ruined the gaming, and people now want instant gratification in gaming. Used to be you would work for weeks to get a special, I don't care, helmet, spaceship, whatever it was. You'd bust your ass to be able to get that item.
Yeah,
Now,
maybe back then the industry was too small for big-time investors to ruin it.
right. But to me, that's what made gaming so much fun. You worked for things. Everything nowadays is not about working for it. It's about buying it. I mean, people, I don't know. It just, but they're perfectly happy. Look at all the money this game's made by buying things. And they claim it's not pay to win. And Jesus Christ, end game ships are already in the game because people have bought them for thousands of dollars. You know, so I don't.
And the budgets went up.
And the budgets went up. And they still don't have enough money to finish the game. $250 million, and they do not have the money to finish the game. That just does not make sense to me.
There are still some games that are doing it for me.
Yes.
Squad is an FPS from a developer that really respects the players.
Yes, and I think, I don't know if you know much about Dual Universe, but you know what? To me, it's going to be what Star Citizen was
Still
supposed to be.
trying to understand buying a ship for a game that is in alpha.
Yes. Doesn't make any sense. I actually think Dual Universe is going to be the game that Star Citizen was supposed to be. And it'll be released end of this year, beginning of next year. I don't know if you've checked out Dual Universe.
Asterisk buying the JPEG for a ship.
Yep, for thousands of dollars in cases. I mean, don't get me wrong, buying a small ship for $50 is like buying a game.
What FPS are you seeing in VR?
I'm seeing right now, we're looking at about 25. My headset's showing 80. So what I'm actually seeing is 80. I don't notice the bad frame rates in the game because my program is making up the difference by making fake frames. So that's why it looks so good to me. Now see, somebody's actually shooting at my ship while it's on the star pad. See that?
It's okay to buy if want to support dev, but that's not why I think a lot buy stuff.
No, they actually want to buy to pay to win. That's what it's about.
Are there settings for PMAX now?
No. You can get it running. It will run through vorpX. It will run. But you have to really finagle things because it's got such a big frame for FOV. But it will run through vorpX. I don't have one, so I haven't got to play with one. So start up. And I would imagine it'd be nice
How
to
about
have
HP reverb?
Aegis combat assist activated.
a lot of Windows mixed reality
So
headsets.
Dual Universe is in alpha, I guess.
Yes, it is, but it's
Have you tried it?
yes, but it's almost in beta. Unlike this one, even though it started 2 years 2 years later, it's almost ready for release. By the end of this year, it will be released. Startup. I'm gonna try and get out of here without getting shot. Take off.
I think you could get sponsored.
Tracking modules. Handing you.
No, I don't want. I don't actually want to go to spot. You know, I don't monetize because I just don't want to mess with it. If you do such things as sponsor or monetize, you actually need to make a job out of it. And I just do it for fun. Couple. And I just stream for fun. I play games for fun. I don't want it to be a job. Because for streamers to make money or to be, to get sponsorships, you actually have to do it Same time every day, just like going to work. You have to develop a time
then you have
frame.
to say only nice things about stuff, hee hee.
Yeah, yeah, especially if they're the sponsor. So no, it's just not anything that interests me. Star Map. I mean, people have asked me that, and I just no, I don't. It's not why I play, and it just doesn't interest me to monetize the channel. Whoops, shit, we ain't got enough fuel. Close, Star Map. We're gonna have to go back and gas up. I forgot I was in this little courier. Where'd he go? Scanning mode. Somewhere out here is a...
You may now proceed.
Oh, come
I
on.
felt that way about EverQuest, but I knew people that made a lot of money.
Yes. And I know a lot. I know people have made a lot of money. It just...
Is there a definitive guide on how to set up using vorpX?
I have one. But it varies on your machine a lot. It does. It's not hard to set up, but every machine is different. Damn, I'm not getting any echo returns. Okay, there's a space station out here somewhere that I don't see. Damn. All right. Scanning mode.
I have to say.
Accepted. You
Star
may now
map.
proceed. Activating now.
See, somebody did not refuel when they were there.
I have a I-9900 and a 1080 tons I.
Yeah, you've got plenty of power.
Did you try it with GTAV?
No, I haven't. Close, Star Map.
Affirmative.
Although I do know that GTAV does...
It's a real pain to get it all to work.
Yeah, well, yeah. Range.
Collecting data.
Son of a bitch. We're out here. Scanners are not working.
Can you post a link to your guide?
Yeah, I can, but I can't do it at the moment. Shit.
Flawless widescreen used to do it for the FOV, but they patched it off.
Yes.
Flying.
Change view.
Roger that.
You know, this is what happens when you... Now, how the hell did my ship get shot at? See that? That's a scorch mark. A little damage there. Now, I wasn't in any
Maybe
fight.
post your guide on the Vorp forums too.
Yes. It is posted on those forums somewhere, but it's been a while. Change view. Change view.
Roger that.
Star map.
Activating now.
Head shield under fire.
Oh, Jesus. Close. Close, star map. Close, star map.
You have this dialed and in crazy. Dialed.
Always got to be somebody dicking around. Got nothing better to do than shoot people. And I happen to be looking for something. Nearest target.
Targeting.
Definitely
Are
got a
you a
shield.
sim pit kind of player?
You know, I've never tried a sim pit. Nearest target.
I used to have way back.
Range.
Collecting data.
Star map. Cruise control.
Activating now.
Okay, where the hell?
Affirmative.
What is the best mission right in now in Star CIT?
You know, so many of them don't work.
Anything that is challenging.
Lights on.
I'll tell you what the most fun one is the one in Cobalax. Out there around, I think it's Daymar.
Maybe with a lot of targets and NPC.
Yeah, most of those don't seem to work very good right now. Damn. Close star map.
Affirmative.
Now the trouble is, there's a space station out here
300
somewhere.
million and they can't do it.
No, like I say, some of the bounty hunting missions would be really a lot of fun. The trouble is, they don't work half the time. Some of the, like you see these mining claims around here in places. Though there are missions to restore these mining claims, half the time they don't work. To people have, what do you do when you claim jumpers? You take care of the claim jumpers. Those are missions in the game. Half the time they don't work right. Like I say, if everything worked, there'd be a lot of fun to be had. Make no mistake about it. But so many things don't work. There's still a bug in the game that's been in it for years, that you have you can go buy a rifle or a submachine gun or whatever you want to use, and you have a pistol. You pull the pistol, you pull the submarine gun, machine gun, you pull your rifle, they don't work. They won't fire. So the workaround has been to switch weapons. Well, you switch weapons and that'll make them start working. Well, the trouble is, half the time when you switch weapons after something you've bought, it drops it on the ground, falls through the planet, and you lose it. I don't know how many times I've bought a rifle or a SMG and went to equip it, and it's no longer there because it fell on the ground for no reason. That bug has been around forever. They keep claiming they fixed it. Oh, it's no longer true. Well, yeah, it is. I can go buy one right now, and I guarantee you,
LOL.
as soon as I switched weapons, it would fall on the ground. So I have a tendency now not to even bother with FPS stuff because I'm tired of buying 2,000-3,000 credit items that just fall down on the ground. You know, why am I buying them when I can't keep them? Now, I expect to lose them if I die or something, you know. That's part of gaming. But I don't expect to lose them because I put them in my holster. So I've got the point that I quit doing that stuff, even though I found it fun. We got to refuel here. Repair, refuel. Contacts.
Broadcasting now.
Like I say, there's so many broken things. And it's a shame. Close mobile glass.
Good luck finding a GM.
Closing mobile glass.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. Oh, they're not going to fix it. Whoops. Couple. Come on. Couple. Couple. See that bug? The ship came uncoupled. And it's not a
What are you
problem.
using for voice recognition?
Voice attack. Landing mode.
The landing gear is down. And locked.
Yeah, see that bug there? See the ship automatically came uncoupled? Now, it's not a problem to fly coupled or uncoupled. The difference is the ship behaves different. When you're uncoupled, you have 6 degrees of movement. Coupled, the computer supposedly takes over. It flies more like an airplane. The trouble is when you uncouple and you don't expect to uncouple, you start drifting in the same direction. And it will cause you to crash. Now, it's easy to fly both ways, but when it switches for no reason, that creates problems. And it does switch for no reason. Many a person has died because of that. Mobile glass. We should be close enough to the pad to get a refuel here. Nope. Okay. Close mobile glass. Close mobile glass.
Closing mobiGlass.
Proximity alert. Deck.
Sometimes it may just be too high off the ground.
Proximity alert. Deck.
Mobile glass.
Open mobiGlass.
And this is bug 2 where it's not working properly. Unfortunately. See, I have to do them one at a time or it won't do any of them. It'll actually freeze me out. If I land all the way, it won't work at all. Mobile glass.
Open mobiGlass.
So you're forced to do them one at a time. Like I say, there's so many things that are broke, bugged, whatever you want to call it.
Hydrogen fuel. 100%.
Mobile glass.
Open mobiGlass.
And you really do get tired of messing with it. I don't know why I would need to restart. Oh yeah, I did shoot a... This ship does have ballistics instead of lasers. Bubble glass.
Open mobiGlass.
And now we'll do the repair. Change view.
You know what they say, if it looks like and smells like. I am really hoping, but
Yeah, like I say, eventually... Yeah, see, somebody out there is just trying to shoot people on pads and stuff. I don't know. I guess that's how they get their jollies. Change view. Raise landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
Change view.
Gear retracted.
Roger that.
dual universe, you say?
Yeah, dual universe. I think it will be a great game. I think it'll be everything Star Citizen hoped it'll be, and it will be out 5 years sooner. Like I said, it'll go beta. It'll go beta by the end of the year. Dual universe will. Which means a release probably first of next year or something like that. And it does cost you to get into it, but it's $60. One time deal. You don't have to buy anything else. You know, you don't have to buy ships. In fact, you make your own ships. That's what's so great about it. Everything you can do here that they want you to spend money on, you actually get to make in Dual Universe. You can build space stations. You can build
I was
ships.
thinking by now we would have had servers with 10 of thousands of users, AI, and massive worlds and stories.
Well, see, Dual Universe has those things. And like I say, look it up, read about it, and you'll probably agree with me that I think it'll be the next greatest thing in space, as far as games like this. Couple.
Coupling.
Star map.
Activating now.
I think it'll just be awesome. Now, how then?
What amazes me is you lose everything in a server wipe but what you bought.
Right. Okay,
How is
something's
that
wrong
not a
here.
business strategy?
It is a business strategy. They're trying to get you to buy credits. Close, star map.
Affirmative.
I mean, that's exactly what they want. They want you to buy credits. Every credit costs you $1. They want you to actually buy them. Star map.
Activating now.
I mean, everything about... Wow. I have a full tank of fuel and it's... See, this is bugged. Something about it is bugged. I cannot... can't get to where I want to go because it says I do not have enough fuel, but I got a fuel tank. So we'll just go here. Close, star map.
Affirmative.
Range.
Collecting
Just
data.
bugs, bugs, bugs. You know, you expect them. Jump. But you
There's
learn to
a
deal with
paradox where every game has inflation, even Monopoly. I got out of EverQuest, sold my account for $2,500
Yes, isn't that amazing? Isn't that just
right before
amazing?
it blew up.
Yep. Isn't that amazing? Well, you got lucky at least. Well, look at the money they make off World of Warcraft selling dungeon runs and raids now. Jesus, have you seen the prices on what they charge you for them to take you on a raid so you can get a piece of gear? I mean, come on. It's no wonder that people buy ships, JPEGs for nothing.
When they came out with the Moon expansion, knew it was all over.
I mean, I am amazed that people have thousands of dollars wrapped up in a game that's not even a game. I am just amazed. And yet they claim, oh, it's not pay to win.
LOL Guz.
It just amazes me. And they keep begging
Look,
from...
Moon expansion.
Yep. Yeah, frame rates since they put the new patch out are just god awful. I mean, I don't know what the deal is, what they've done to the game, but it's not very good.
Yays, I can image if game was working.
Yes.
Something to invest in maybe, but
Well, you're not investing.
Flying.
You can't invest in this game. There's no investment. You're not going to ever get anything out of it. People say they're investing in Star Citizen. How in the hell can you be investing in something? I mean, you're not getting anything. There's no investment here. I make an
LOL.
I make an investment, I expect a return. I'm either going to lose my ass or I'm going to get something out of it. You're always going to lose your ass investing in Star Citizen because there's nothing to get. I don't
can you
care.
sell
You
stuff?
no, yes, no, yes, no. There's a black market. You can buy ships and sell them. A lot of people have bought some ships that are special. You only buy them at a certain time of the year. Then they put them on the black market and ask twice the price for them. So yes and no. Star Citizen says it's not legal, but they support it, so it has to. It's another way for them to make money. They don't care. Shit, probably half the ships on the black market that you can buy off Reddit or wherever it is, they run it. are probably owned by Star Citizen and CIG. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, come on. When it comes to ethics, Chris Roberts' name shouldn't be used in the same sentence.
Only they can sell stuff.
Yes.
Cuz. Ha.
Yeah. Like I say, when it comes to ethics, the definition is not Chris Roberts. And that's fine. I'm just, but you know, it just, yeah. People buy into that stuff. Come on.
Hey,
Yes, a few years ago I still had high hopes for this game. But the longer time goes on and the less it advances, the less I'm impressed. And the more I think it'll eventually fail.
we need to form a VR organization.
There are several out there that are actually pretty good. And just like I say, just like in streaming, I'm not interested in the money making part of it. I just don't care. I stream when I feel like it, what I feel like. You know, I don't make a job out of it. I don't want to make a job out of it. You know, I just enjoy to play games, and hell, sometimes I'll come in here and play Star Citizen. I might play Tomb Raider again. Hell, I might Asgard's Wrath. There's a lot of games I'll just jump in and play for a few hours, just have fun with them.
If there was a way to make money in Star CIT, at least would be something to do.
Well, you can make money. The trouble is you'll lose it just as fast. Okay, I have a prospector. I can go mining with it. Now, they now increase it that if
Is
you...
it worth exploring around?
It can be fun, but it can also get boring because you really can't do anything. Just like they have caves in the game now. Well, I think caves are ridiculous. Well, I grant you, when you go see your first cave, you're going to say ooh and you're going to say ah. But after you've wasted 2 hours in one of them and couldn't find your way out, you're going to say, I'm never doing that again. You know, it's a cave, for God's sakes. What do you know? Range. Range.
Collecting data.
There are some neat places like
Ha.
there's a Kovalex shipping hub that's blown up around, I'm not even sure where it is, Dame Ariella somewhere. Shouldn't there be a OEM around here somewhere I can fly out to? That's neat to explore. It's been destroyed, or partially destroyed, but you can go inside of it. It's pretty neat. There's even a mission there that's fun. Whoops. How does that say? OEM port, right? Yeah, the navigation system in this game is absolutely sucky too. Like I say, there are just so many things. Now, see, I should be able to pick up a navigation beacon just by pushing a button, but I can't. I have to actually search each beacon, and it's not going to pick up that OEM beacon. See that? It picks it up and it loses it, so I can't actually use it.
I'm really dumbfounded. Honestly, I feel like we went into the future and there was nothing there game-wise.
Well, there's not Star Citizen-wise. Unbelievable that I cannot find a point around this planet. See, that'll be Olisar right there, and I can't get to it because it's through the planet, and I cannot find a beacon. Like I say, the navigation system in this game is terrible.
Going to check Dual Universe.
Yes, it's like I say, it's very interesting, I think, and like I say, you build all your own stuff. It's going to be the game this game hoped it was. Unbelievable. Can't find a place to go. What are you going to do, make me fly out to Cellon and fly back, probably? Star map.
Activating now.
Not going to say it, just not going to work. Oh, come on. Alright, close star map.
Did you hear Brad McQuaid died, the founder of EverQuest?
Affirmative.
No, I didn't hear that. Couple. No, that's a new one on me. I hadn't heard that. $19 million kilometers.
51.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that. Star map.
Activating
God,
now.
I hate this.
He was.
That's just a shame. Close star map.
Affirmative.
World's worst navigation system. Range. Can't even fly around a... come on. Range.
Collecting data.
Can't even fly around the planet. Jump.
Jumping.
Quantum travel initiated.
I wonder if the stress of trying to make a good game in today's gaming world was part of it.
Could have been. But a lot of times it may have been because...
Investors, Twitch gamers, all that.
Oh yeah, that'll drive you nuts. I mean, I wouldn't want to be a game developer. I mean,
Quantum travel complete.
range. I mean, I wouldn't want to deal with me every day. Couple.
Coupling.
Range.
Collecting data.
Got to fly around to be able to pick up a spot because you have no navigation in the game. Makes sense. Jump. Jump.
Jumping.
Travel initiated.
Are you an engineer by trade?
Was, not anymore. I'm retired now. Now I do nothing but play games. That's not true, but
Well versed in tech you are.
Quantum travel complete. Contact.
range. Whoops. Didn't mean that.
Collecting data.
Range. Range.
Collecting data.
Landing mode.
The landing gear is down. And
Landing
locked.
gear deployed.
Am I upside down here? Maybe? Nope, don't think so. Just out in the sunshine. Contacts.
Broadcasting now.
Did you have a favorite arcade game in the 80s? I played Williams Defender. Could turn it over.
Yes, Defender was fun. Close contacts. Close mobile glass.
Closing mobile glass.
Yes, Defender was one of the funner games. It was enjoyable. Even Space Invaders was fun, even if it was fairly simple. But you know, that was new tech then. All new stuff. For most of us. People nowadays look at that and say, oh God, you know, but that was state of the art back then.
Proximity alert deck.
It was all state of the art.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
They were hard. Some of them.
Flying.
Yeah, they weren't easy. I mean, it's not like you could just sit down on them and do good, but...
Made to eat quarters.
Oh, yes.
Flying.
Yes, they were made to eat as many quarters as they possibly could.
They did with little code.
Yep.
Complying.
And believe it or not, we ate it up. That was the Star Citizen of the 80s and 70s.
Which field of engineering did you practice?
Aeronautics.
I bet electrical.
Nope, aeronautics, believe it or not. All right.
OPP's bet wrong.
Whoops. Reading the chat over there. Forgot to walk through the door. All right. I think we're going to call it quits for a bit. I was going to go back out and take a different ship, do a little trading, but I done played around long enough here.
Shame what is happening to Boeing.
Yeah, you know what? They created their own monster there. They tried to... You know what? You should never, ever, ever make a life-saving device
You
on a
must be
plane.
Iron Man to wear VR that long.
No, you get used to it. You know, Boeing messed up when they didn't make their safety system standard and they let people option out to buy them. Trying to save I mean, you're buying a couple $1 million airplane. What's another $50,000 for God's sakes? They made their own beast there. They didn't make all their safety features standard equipment. I mean, that's just stupid. As far as I'm concerned, I know why they did it, because people were bitching about costs, but you gotta see what it cost them, right? Didn't save a whole lot of money. All them lives got killed, paying off lawsuits. How much money did all them people save by not putting a system in that the ship should have had?
Do you think Lockheed Martin have been ripping off taxpayers with their F-35 Joint Strike Fighter?
Complying.
Of course they have. There is not a defense industry manufacturer that doesn't
scary people
screw.
would compromise on safety.
Yeah, there's not a defense industry does not screw the taxpayers. It's all about getting free for not, making as much money off everything. Let's be realistic.
Can't image.
Yeah, I can't imagine any of them are honest. I mean, I'm sorry. They screw, I mean, Jesus Christ, they lobby politicians to get contracts. There is nothing they won't do for the dollar, including screw taxpayers.
The F-35 is now being built in India now.
Yes, it's built all over the world, actually. It's parted out, which will create its own problem. They claim it's top secret. How top secret can it be? It's built everywhere in the world. Like I say, I don't know. I don't know. Like I say, I just can't see how top secret it can be. You know. But, yeah. Awfully expensive. Okay, we're going to pop out of here for a little bit here. Actually, grab me a bite to eat, I think it is. Whoops, get the right one. And it didn't run too bad tonight. Frame rates aren't where I like to have them, but I have had much worse. But I've had much better too, so there's that. Okay, we're going to get out of here, Tara. We'll, okay, we're going to, like I say, we'll talk at you later. I'm kind of curious when they're going to get another patch in here. Who knows? Yeah, I get used to it. And I'm one of those people that don't get VR sickness anyway. It takes quite a bit for me to even notice it. Some people it's really tough on. Okay, guys. Tara, have fun. Wiser, have fun. We're going to take a break here for a bit. We'll probably be back a little later. We might see if we can't go find trouble. Maybe. Have fun.